did, in the course of the speech, give us another confirmation of the June rollout of Robotaxi. That makes
Did.
three
He did.
confirmations in a week that we've received from various people. So when does the FOMO start?
You know, I know this question is slanted towards what's going to happen to the share price.
Yes, well, the FOMO is about the share price.
And I said, I posted today, I'm done with trying to predict the share price. Predict deliveries and therefore, earnings and so on. There are guys in this game who are really good at it. I am not good at it. I've won that sort of lottery once, but it's a lottery, I do it on macro analysis.
Yeah.
There are many guys who do it on micro analysis.
Right.
And there's some macro analysts who are so much better at macro analysis than I am. I just said, I'm out of it. And the other thing is, all it's focused on is what the stock is going to do as a result of the announcement.
Right.
So we're focused on stock on one day of the year or one day of the quarter, or maybe a week of the quarter, but it's so meaningless. So I withdrew from this whole thing, and it's easier for me not to do it. So
back in the days when you liked to bet on Tesla stock, because I know you did from time to time, you got some leaps, or you got in, you got out before and after earnings.
I own leaps.
So the main thing that gins up Tesla stock is usually some announcement, some news, some kind of a hope. I've been claiming ever since I started this channel that the two all-time highs that we've hit, the 410 and the 480, were both caused by Robotaxi enthusiasm. They also were risk on markets. So they got the combination together of the risk on and the Robotaxi. So right now we definitely don't have a risk on market. But what do you think? Do you think the FOMO will start before the actual day of release when we see people jumping on to take advantage? Or do you think it's going to wait until there's really a few of those cabs running around town?
I think so much depends on two things. The first is Elon's presence and demeanor in the earnings call in 3 weeks' time. What he tells us about the Robotaxi launch, and the scope and shape and operational structure of the Robotaxi launch, and the release, any new release of FSD between now and the launch. And finally, the first couple of weeks of the launch itself, the first couple of days of the launch itself, there are going to be some mishaps. There are going to be some cars get stuck. Everyone is going to be reported on 50 times, 5,000 times. Every one of them is going to be, laid on thick by the press and calls for Elon's, to be placed in stockade, in stocks in front of the city hall. So it's going to be a very scrappy period. If things go well, the stock could well be over 400. If things go badly, I think it's going to go up whatever happens.
Right.
The question is how erratic it's going to be, how many events that are not productive occur, and more importantly, as importantly, what are the new models? When are the new models going to be unveiled? What is the timing of the unveiling? What's the launch cadence of that unveiling, and how many cars are going to be available? So there are a whole lot of unknowns between now, the Robotaxi launch. You know, there's a little bit of earning. There's a lot of erratic movements with the earnings call. Then there's the launch with all the opportunities and risks, and then there's the launch of the new models and all the opportunities and risks around that. And that gets us through to the end of the year. And then there's the question of the Robotaxi launch itself, of the Robocar launch itself, Robocab launch itself, which, you know, it's supposed to be early next year.
Oh, the Cybercab. Yeah, Cybercab.
Cybercab. I keep it. Yeah, Cybercab. And that's going to be a very important thing. And so if there's so many unknowns on this journey, that to sit here and say, oh, 360, 444, 500, 600, it's just crazy.
Well, I'm crazy, so I do it.
You're crazy, you do it. I think you're crazy, I don't do it.
If you happen to be a big fan of the Cybertruck, you might also be interested in this super fun Cybertruck refrigerator magnet and bottle opener. It is made out of super thick stainless steel, just like the Cybertruck, and it has this giant magnet on the back, so it's going to hold a lot of stuff on your refrigerator. It's an amazing gift, and it comes in that great gift box that you saw before that uses a magnet opener, just almost like an Apple box, you know, like when you get Apple products. You can buy it on Amazon for $29.95, or you can buy it direct from me by sending $25 to paypal.me/Randy Kirk, all in lowercase letters. Please indicate whether you want the stainless steel look, or maybe you'd like to have this very clever camo version. And then if you're not in the US, please add $20 for freight. If you'd like more than one, please check the information below to get pricing, as well as all that information I just told you will be repeated in the information below. So once again, think about joining the channel, getting the up-to-date Tesla news every single day. I think you'll be glad you did.